It's a rocky kind of morning, man. It really is, man. Because I just, I woke up and I was like, dude, I don't even want to get out of bed. And I was like, no, man, we got to do the show. We got to do it. Because if I don't do the show, then nobody's going to do the show. So that's why I'm like, dude, got to get up. Got to do it. Got to train. Got to get the eye of the puppy. You know, all that good stuff. So yeah, here it is, man. We are here. It is Saturday morning. It's 11:33. I'm awake, mostly. I had my bowl of cereal. It wasn't very good. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't hungry. But yeah, it is showtime, man. Dude, I gotta tell you, man. Some days it's really hard being American. It really is. I mean, it is. I mean, you know, for you non-Americans, y'all can just go about your day just being, you know, from whatever country you're from. And us, you know, we're supposed to be like, or at least this is the way we were brought up. We're supposed to be like the pinnacle of human evolution. We're supposed to be the leaders of the world. We're supposed to be, you know, the good guys. And yeah, we're not really the good guys right now. We're pretty terrible. We're man. Typical. Well, that's Turner. I'm just kidding. But nah, man, it just. I gotta tell you right now, if you're not an American right now, I'm happy for you because the political ramblings that are going on in our country right now are just ridiculous, man. I mean, dude, no, it's not just Trump, dude. I mean, it's that whole thing with Brett Kavanaugh. Oh my god, dude, it's man, that whole like I watched it. I mean, because I wouldn't say I'm a news junkie, but I do like following what's going on in the country. And man, dude, that whole situation is just a huge cluster blank. It's just insanity, man. It's a situation where, you know, he's trying to become a Supreme Court justice, and the thing is, it's a lifetime appointment. So basically, the guy's like in his early 50s. So he could potentially be there for like 30 years plus, potentially. I mean, that's a long time. And nobody wants to admit it, but the guy's a Republican. And again, nobody wants to admit it, but the Supreme Court is very much ruled by political figures. You know, there are your Republicans and then there are your Democrats. That's just how it is. It's always been like that. Again, nobody wants to admit it, but it always has been. This thing has gotten political. Women are accusing this guy of doing all kinds of bad things. People are accusing him of lying. It's just, dude, I mean, it's just, oh God, man. It just be happy. Again, just be happy you're not American right now, dude, because it's just, oh, and then not only that, and I hate to get too political on you guys. This should be for another show, but I don't have a show about politics. Although maybe I should on a different channel. But yes, our great and fearless leader. Hope you can sense the sarcasm in my voice. He went before the General Assembly of the UN, which is a big deal. It really is, and he was literally laughed at. I'm not kidding. I wish I were making that up, but it's never happened. I mean, if you go up there and you tell a joke and they laugh, okay, fine. He wasn't joking, though, and they laughed at him. They literally laughed at him. It was embarrassing. It was terrible. It was like, ugh. He comes out and he says, my administration has done more than any administration before me ever. And people literally laughed at him. It wasn't laughing with him, they were laughing at him. It was terrible. And he even says it right there. He's like, well, that's not the reaction I was expecting. And I'm like, yeah, because they're making fun of you, dude. It's like, how? I mean, is he just now getting it? Anyways, enough about that. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that because that's just Like I said, that's a whole other show. Maybe I'll do a show maybe I'll do a political show. Who knows? But not on this channel. I'll have to make a separate channel for that because this is about games. We're playing games today. Yeah, so 5Ds, man. I guess today is open duel room, right? It's Saturday, so we're going to do open duel room. Again, fun decks today. Fun synchro decks. How about that? Trax was like, no, we're doing that theme today. And I was like, well, it doesn't have to be synchros. We're doing synchros. All right, dude. So you don't have to do synchros if you don't want to, or maybe you simply don't have the cards to do synchros. Maybe you've not had time to go in and farm some of the synchro cards, and that's fine. But if you're able to kind of staple, I mean, because let's be real honest about synchros right now. They're not really a win condition. At this point, they're more of, and I made this comment on Facebook, on a Facebook post. I said, at this point, synchros are more of a stapled on feature than they are a win condition, which is true. I mean, every now and then they do come through and they do, I guess, help you win, and that's fine. But I can't think of a deck right now where once the synchro monster is out, that's it. You're pretty much screwed. I can't think of a situation like that right now. But again, synchro's new. It's been here less than a week. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where when it first comes out, it's not that great, but over time it will get better. I really do. I really think it'll get better because as of right now, like I said, it's I don't know. And I think the main reason why it's not that good right now is because, think of this chick. And we'll think of any of them really. None of them have their standard win condition. They're big cards. You can't get them. Except Stardust Dragon. But let's face it, it might as well be one of those cards that you can't get because it's nearly impossible to get. I forget who it was. Was it one of you guys posted in Discord? I think it was in Discord where I saw this. 10 packs left in the new box. Still haven't gotten a Stardust Dragon. 10 packs. Come on, you have to. I mean, they have to know, or we all have to admit that they purposely stuck it behind a paywall. And yeah, whenever you get into that box, Stardust Dragon is going to be the last thing you pull in the very last pack. You're never going to get Stardust Dragon within the first 20 packs. It's just not going to happen. So it might as well be unobtainable at this point. Unless you've got just literally thousands and thousands of gems to throw at the stupid pack. And even then, you'll get one, maybe 2 copies. But I think really 2 copies is really all you need. So if you get that 1 copy and you don't mind using the ability to bring out Stardust Dragon, that whole other thing, that stapled on ability, just like hers. Aki's got the same thing. We can't get her Black Rose Dragon, but we could staple on the stupid ability, which is... It's not even really an ability, it's just stupid. I hate to admit it, but it is. It's really stupid. Because it forces you to play a 22-card deck. So it purposely makes your deck fatter, so it makes it a little bit harder to play it. And then you don't, once that card's gone, you don't have a second copy. So you better hope you win, if that's your win condition. But yeah, it's a little, I mean, I think it's fair to say this, or it's at least fair to make some critical comments on 5Ds here a few days after 5Ds has been out, because now we've had a chance to kind of let it sink in, do the first stuff, and it's, it's just not... I would say it's a very soft opening. It's not, one of those things that's like, hey, here's 100 synchro cards, go for it. It wasn't like that at all. So, yeah, wasn't that great. Same thing with all the characters. Isn't that how they're all working? Because I know Yusei's like that, Aki's like that, Crow, who I finally did open up. Crow's the same way. I haven't opened up Leo yet, but I imagine Leo's going to be the same way. Is he the same way? Tell me, guys. I know some of y'all went nuts and just went and opened all the characters up. Yeah, I'm kind of taking my time at this point, because I kind of burned myself out a little bit opening Crow. Because Crow, I kept screwing it up. I was trying to use the Aki deck that we built the other day to open it up. It was terrible. I kept screwing it up, but I finally learned it. I mean, there's a couple of decent cards in the box. I mean, here, we can go look at the box right now. In fact, here, I'll tell you what. Let me open up the duel room right now. Come on. And that'll give you all a chance to, here we go, duel room. Give you all a chance to get into the duel room, but we'll go and take a quick look at the box again, because there really are a few good cards in the box. But that's kind of how most boxes are. There's always like at least 3 or 4 good cards. Maybe not a card that you necessarily need, but it'd be nice to have. Okay, so into chat it goes. Okay, so we'll give you all a couple of minutes to get in there if y'all want to. But again, you know, like, because we went over the box, what was it, on Tuesday, when everything came out. You know, I've bought a few packs. I bought a few additionals since since Tuesday, as you can see. 163 left, so yeah. Yeah, because I got this Paleozoologenia, which is okay. And then I got one of these, which, this is a good card. This really is a good card. But it's an ultra rare, so it's hard to get. I also got this guy. I just kind of threw him in the Synchro deck, because why not? But as far as other good cards in here, where was that other one? This card. Faustian Bargain. I think this is a pretty good card. Given the current state of Duel Links with so many special summon monsters hitting the field nowadays, I think this is a good card. And it's only a super rare, so yeah. That's going to be one of those cards that may do a little better than we thought. But overall, I mean, I understand why y'all are a little upset. I'm a little upset too. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more in this box, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That, oh, and some people are like, yeah, is your Ice Silver Dragon? Well, sure, if you're running that deck. But yeah, there's a lot of other cards in here that just aren't really, yeah, they're not that great. They did hide a lot of synchros, a lot of useful synchros behind the ultra rare and super rare tags, so that sucks. But yeah, overall the box is subpar. Because I mean, even there are no normal synchros, if y'all noticed. In the normal category, there are no synchros. They have these in the rare category, but unfortunately these are the Gen X ones. Nobody really plays Gen X, unfortunately. There's this guy for the Sabres, but yeah, three Gen X synchros. So I guess if you want to run Gen X, yes, go for it. But yeah, other than that, the box is subpar at best. I think it's safe to say that now. Which is the Blue Eye support card? Well, there's a few of them. There's a few Blue Eye support cards. There's this. This is the ultra rare. The Silver's Cry. I actually got one of these, which was nice. So this is one of them. And then there's the Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, which is kind of Blue Eyes support. There was another card in here. There were a couple of other cards. This one, the White Stone of Legend. Yeah, that's another support card for it. There was at least one. Well, I think there were 2 more. Let me see if I can find them here. Oh, here we go. Priestess with Eyes of Blue. And then Protector with Eyes of Blue. So these are the other Blue Eye support monsters. So it did have a fair amount of Blue Eye support, but again, some of the better cards are going to be trapped behind the wall. So, yeah. The Silver's Cry is probably the best one, and so it deserves to be ultra rare, but good luck getting it. 1 in 180 packs. Go for it, guys. Good luck. I think it was obviously pure luck that I got it. Good card, but yeah. Let's see. Furry says, I welled out on you a box, but that one was worth it. I don't know, man. I'm still... I think... How can I put it? I think if the deck... Because, again, the thing with the UA deck is that I've noticed that it bricks a lot. It does. It really does. Again, if you don't brick, it works great. You're probably going to win. But if you brick a couple of draws, it's hard to recover sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of how most of the decks, in fact, that are in here right now are just, they're simply not consistent. I mean, the same thing with Fur Hires. Again, if you go second and you're playing Fur Hires, and you've got at least a couple of the cards that you can bring out right off the bat, then you're probably going to win, or you'll have a very good chance of winning. But if if you start the game with one monster card, then you're kind of screwed. But anyways, enough hating on 5Ds. I think it's still kind of neat to have all the extra stuff in here. As you can see, I've worked her up all the way to 27. You say
for my friends.
Oh god, I hate her voice though. Her voice is just. I'm sorry, I can't stand her voice. At least in the English dub, I cannot stand her voice.
When Team 5Ds needs a win, they turn to me, Crow.
Well, to be fair, all the voices in the English dub are kind of crap. Calm down there, Turner. It's an anime character. Crow's kind of goofy. I don't like any of his cards. I really don't. I don't like any of his cards. I mean, some of them are useful. They just, I don't know. Maybe because I haven't played with him that much. Maybe I need to give him a little more of a chance. But Yusei's actually got a decent voice.
I believe in my cards.
Kind of. It all depends what he says. If he says, I believe in my cards, he sounds like an idiot, but he's okay. So yeah, level 24, a whole level 10.
Crow will solve all your problems.
Synchro, and then
Team 5Ds all the way.
Team 5 dogs all the way. Yes, they did. They did leave out all the staple cards. They did that on purpose. Because they want to put them behind paywalls. Which we all knew was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. It's just the way it is, man. Got Luna almost max. Dude, you've been playing too much. I haven't even opened up Luna. I haven't even opened up Leo. Leo's there. He's there for the taking. But, yeah, I've kind of... Yeah, I only need one more machine card and then I can open them up. And no, I'm not kicking to stage 11 yet because I only like doing that so I can fill up my cards here. Or my, yeah, the standard duelists.
I fight for my friends.
I'm sure you do. It's a good thing you have huge tracts of land because your personality is terrible. Okay, let's go on into the duel room. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Just farm. Yeah, I haven't really tried it. I haven't really tried to get past it. Alright, so nobody's in the room. Yep, nobody. Only one person is in the room, and that's me. Yeah, see? Nobody's in the room. I don't get it. What's going on, man? No one is in the room. Alright, Dan, fine. Okay, we're gonna face Dan. Crow, you have to get a duel assessment of 5,000 or more versus the sector security guy. It doesn't matter who you use. In 5Ds, you just have to get 5,000 plus. But certain decks, obviously, are better for that. Yeah, the get good tag is old, dude. You gotta let that go.
Duel.
Tuned Magician. Oh, I don't even remember if I put my Synchro monsters in here. I sincerely don't remember. He's like, I don't want to use it now. See, what does this thing do? Only Gemini monster becomes an effect monster and gains its effect. It's face of the field target when normal monster in your graveyard special summon it. Okay. Well, there are several decks out there that can get you 5,000 plus. It just depends how you go about it. The binds that tie. Hey, Jiren. I was gonna say, you better use it. No, he's top decking now. Oof, top deck that monster, man. How you like a wall for you, man, huh? How you like that, buddy? We're both top decking at this point, man. Look at this. Yes, yes. I got Rosie. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I can't. I didn't. Oh, dang it. All right, Rosie, go get him. Wall of oof. We walled each other. That's pretty much how it went down. We just walled each other. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh, decisions, decisions. Oh, man. Hold on. Okay. Might as well go for it. If it's another wall, well, you know. Oh, it's not a wall. It's not a wall. It's an enemy controller, isn't it? I think it's a controller. He can live through this. Does he want to really? Does he? I would say save the controller. Because if you draw like a monster or even a junk monster, you can try and grab one of mine or something like that. Yeah, I forgot to add my synchros. I gotta turn her ability on. I apologize. I'll go to make it sort of fair. I'll go turn my ability on. Okay, I only need 300, so we're gonna be a little defensive here. Okay. It's not a tumor. Yeah, that's pretty much the deck that Dan gave to me. I changed it up a little bit, obviously, because I changed it from the farming version to this version, to the large tracts of land version. But I have to admit, dude, it's pretty effective, man. It's a good deck. It really is. And I practice with it more and more. I'm still not perfect with it, but I did practice with it. So let me go in here and let me add her synchro stuff to it. Although, again, admittedly, I don't like really running the synchro stuff in this deck because it makes the deck fat. But just in keeping with our theme today of using synchros, I mean, I'm the host. I should probably at least try to put synchros in. So, let's see. Mark of the Dragonfoot. Here we go. Well, Callum, what we were doing is some of us, like, the deck that Dan showed me was this deck, but with Ra in it. The Winged Dragon of Ra, because you get 1,000 plus 1,000 dual assessment for using a divine monster. You could have synchro summoned next play, maybe, possibly, yeah. Well, let's see. Let me see. what other synchro monsters I can just kind of throw into the deck here, just so we can kind of have a little fun with them. Let me see. Tuners. I'm only gonna have the 2 tuners. Let's see. It doesn't even give me the option to. Oh, there we are. Slifer works too. What is this? Sort by newest, whatever. Why is it not giving me any synchro monsters? I know I have some. That's weird. Oh, that's right, because it's extra deck. Duh, I'm stupid. Well, this works anyway. Let's see. Genix controller. I don't have a Genix controller. No Genix controller. A junk synchron. I'm not running that. 1 tuner and one or more tuner monsters or non-tuner monsters. This we might actually be able to summon that. I'll throw that in there for fun. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, that's all the synchro monsters I have. I don't have many. I only have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. So I guess I'll throw him in there because you never know. How am I finding the deck? I used that map that you gave me, and I just followed the directions. It's okay. I'm okay with the carrots. The carrots have come in handy a couple of times, especially with rose lovers, so they're pretty nice. Oh, I'll be here for at least another hour. Yeah, because on Saturdays I stream at least 90 minutes, usually about 2 hours. But again, in keeping with our theme, I'm gonna go over here and use synchros, which I don't really want to, but you know, we're using synchros. Come on, go in the room. Okay, Blescabar's next. Stream for 5 hours, you're right. When I used to work for AT&T Wireless a few years back, I could only stay on the phone for like 2 hours max, and then I had to take a freaking break. I hated it. It was weird though, because it was one of those jobs where it was great. Like the first year was amazing. It was terrific. But then the union came in and just made the job unbearable. It was terrible. Ojamas! So yeah. And plus here in the US, I think it's kind of the law, like every 2 hours they have to give you like a 15-minute break. The what? This is why I need more synchros. I was gonna say, don't burn your face down, my carrot. It's just a carrot. And I'm just gonna kill your Ojima. It's not gonna matter. See, I knew your Ojima was there. If Konami was in my hands, I probably wouldn't do much of anything. Because you have to remember that Konami is not at the direction of a single person. Yeah, I know there's the CEO, but they're still not at the discretion of that single person. Because even the CEO has people that he needs to answer to. There's the board of directors. And the board of directors, I mean, it could be... I don't know how large... I mean, I would actually have to look that up. I don't know how large their board of directors is. But yeah, he has to answer the board of directors. And the board of directors can fire him if they want. They can vote to fire him. Not only that, but also the shareholders. But I guess if I did somehow have a say, maybe add a few more cards that are worth it to the boxes. It's the only thing I could think of. Firing the whole company. No. No, no, no. That would be a huge mistake. I'm guessing that's another Ojima down there. Let's see. 4. No. 1, 1. Do I want to do that? No, let's bring the carrot. Yeah, another Ojima. Man, you've got a big hand there now, man. Well, not really. There's a lot of gems out there, you just have to work for them. There really are. Because just farming the gate this week, I've made probably a couple hundred gems. You know, there's, like I said, whenever with any business out there, you have to find that happy medium where you want to give a certain level of enticement to your customers, but you don't want to give away the farm. Because if you give away the farm, then you're not making money, and if you're not making money, then the shareholders are going to come back and say, well, if this isn't making money, then maybe we need to get rid of it. And then if we get rid of the game, well, you know, it's just how it is, man. It is a terrible fact. Ojama Simya Wushawa. Okay. Although I should have waited. I made a mistake here. I should have waited. Yeah, that's why I should have waited. Because he's going to bring the XYZ anyway. How have I done with my pulls in the Stardust box? I haven't bought many packs, but I did get the whatchamacallit, the Silver's Cry. That's really the biggest card I've gotten from the box. You know, now the only bad thing is now he just has to discard a card and destroy that, and then I'm dead. That's why I should have... Well, the thing is, either one of those probably would have been the right decision, because if I didn't do the... well, no, I probably could have survived if I didn't do his 3 monsters there, and then would have done that. Oh, I don't know, whoever's in there. Yeah, the Stardust Dragon, I don't know. I mean, because I've said it many times, I actually stopped playing the TCG, like, literally the week before Synchros came out. And so I'm not terribly attached to them. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like stapling on the Synchro stuff, is because I drew the copy plan. And it was basically a dead card there in my game, or in my hand. I couldn't do anything with it, so I was like, ugh. That's why I'm not crazy about stapling on Synchros.
Duel!
Stardust Dragon and Black Feather Dragon. I haven't really gotten Crow that far up, as far as his leveling. I did that because I already know what Dre's running. I mean, who doesn't know what Dre runs? I mean, I'm sorry, Dre, but we all know what you're going to run every week. Yeah, see, that's one of his favorite cards, Crystal Seer. Whenever he sets a monster, I automatically assume that it's like a Crystal Seer or a Man-Eater Bug, you know, something along those lines. Just always assume it's that. And I know he runs Karibos, he runs Sphere Karibos. Now he's going to Karibo this. Or maybe not. Oh, I guess he wants to save the Karibo. Now he's going to draw what he wants. You need a Wallaby. Well, we did get those dream tickets, or a whole bunch of those various tickets and stuff. So you could probably use one of those. And now he's going to Karibo this one. Wall of Dingo! Gustos are interesting. I've kind of looked at those cards a little bit, thinking maybe throw something together. Lots of winged beasts, if I remember correctly, with Gustos. Dre's like, dang it! Hello, Shumo. I'm sorry, Dre. You got a little predictable there, man. What can I say? So Dark Tracks and Maroon. I'm just not, I mean, because the deck Dan showed me, which is pretty much what I'm playing, it's a good deck. It just, again, when I staple on the synchros, it's not. The deck suddenly becomes slow. Oh, that's... Well, yeah, it does pretty much. I couldn't draw any tribute monsters, though. I didn't have a great hand, but my field was pretty good. And even when you gave me the Lava Golem, I wasn't really worried. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, I guess I'm facing Dark Tracks. Couldn't draw Junk Synchron. So it's Yusei versus the girl that he looks over because he loves his motorcycle more. Yeah, level up rewards are never going to get better. They're only going to get worse, unfortunately. They're only going to get worse. Ooh, Gen X. There you go. There's your Gen X deck. He's going to bring a... And that's a good card. That's another one of those cards that I got. It lets you search for a tuner. Oh man, I really want to take the chance. Let's wait. Because he's got 2 backfields, so I imagine he's got something back there to counter me. Half shut. Okay, so he takes a little... makes me take a little damage. Okay, that's fine. The one thing I have noticed about this Arrow Mage deck is that there have been several times, and you all haven't seen it here, but there have been several times where I've not had a backfield, which can hurt. But the Galaxy Cyclone is so darn handy. Oh, gonna activate the Mirror Wall. Still going away. Look at all those abilities going off. Oh boy. Nice. Couple of very useful cards there. Oh, you barely started today. Oh my gosh. It may seem like a whole lot to take in on day one, but it'll get easier. But not for sure at this point. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Sometimes it's good to take a break. Sometimes you take a break and it lasts 10 years. That's kind of what I did. Stop playing, take a 10-year break. I applaud Dark Trax for trying the Gen X deck. How is that deck running though, Trax? Because admittedly, the Arrow Mage versus that Gen X is kind of a mismatch. Yeah, Arrow Mage is really good. And I'm telling you, and I'm glad that Dan because I knew the Arrow Mage deck was there, and people over time had been telling me, yeah, just slowly collect the cards. And so that's what I'd been doing from the card trader. And that's why I have all the stuff. And then when Dan kind of said, hey, try this, I'm kind of glad he did, because the Arrow Mage is making a resurgence. I've noticed that. In ranked duels, I'm seeing it more and more now. And I think, again, it's coming back because, like I said, you can staple on the Synchro stuff for Aki, which is nice. I guess if you really want to run Synchros, it's nice, but I mean, yeah. I just feel right now that the Synchros make it slower. I haven't faced Maroon, have I? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did face Maroon. Let's see, Trax, Dan, Maroon, Dre, Bluscabar. No, wait, I haven't faced Maroon, I don't think. Yeah, Arrow Mage is making a big comeback. The only thing that bugs me is that none of Aki's abilities really help her plants other than synchro stuff. I don't understand, why they wouldn't help her, with other stuff like that. I don't get it. Gusto's synchro is decently fast since it can bring easily monsters. Okay. Aroma, well, Benia, they're not lollies. I'm sorry, but they're not. I know that's your thing. Hey, where'd you go? Somebody was there and they were going to challenge me, but they took off. Oh, well, apparently Trax is going to face them now, so... I was trying to jump on the table, but it wouldn't let me. So I guess Trax is facing my doppelganger. No, they're not. That's how they get away with that stuff in anime. It's like this character is like 5 foot tall and looks really young, but they're like, no, she's a god. She's 1,000,000 years old. It's like, oh, sure. Sure, she's 1,000,000 years old. Hello, Jonas. While I'm waiting for more people to show up in the duel room here, I'll do a quick auto duel. That's another good thing I like about this deck is it does, well, with the synchros stapled on, it doesn't do as good, but without the synchros, it's a very good auto deck. Or an auto dueling deck, I should say. I like how her ability is like, this is my new ability. Oh my gosh. Man, when you get Jasmine out there, look how amazing that was. And I was able to benefit from that too. Could you show your Amazoness deck after this round? Just to get a look at it? Sure, if you'd like. I won't use it this weekend because it's still meta. So I won't use it, but I will let you take a look at it. The one I mean, it's a good card though. She's a 19 defender, so she can usually stick around, and her ability is just great. Her 2 abilities, card drawing, and what else does she do? Oh, she gives you an extra summon. Yeah, she's very solid. The Yubel meta deck. Yubel can be kind of tough. You have to time it just right though. The thing with Yubel is because you generally want to wait, like if you have any cards that can destroy Yubel, you want to wait until they get the Nightmare out there. Then once you get the Nightmare, then it's usually, you can usually get past it, but yeah, it can be annoying. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going to show...
Team 5Ds all the way.
Let's see.
Let's see you get past this.
Somebody wanted to take a look at my Amazons.
Because I'm not planning to lose.
And this is what I used in rank 2. I used Taya because I like her Holy Guard. Her Holy Guard is actually very useful for the way I run the deck. Because, with Amazon, you tend to want to get stuff off the field, and to do that, you battle. And so I usually ram her monsters into various things so I don't take damage from that. But here's the deck that I use for her. So yeah, just one, and again, you can change stuff out if you want. I've changed stuff out a lot with it. One Paladin, she's not a staple. In fact, I could probably switch her out and probably still do fairly well. She's not a staple. 3 Princess, obviously. The Queen is very helpful. You don't necessarily need the Queen, but she's very helpful. 3 Swordswomen, 1 Sage, again, not a necessity, but she's useful at times. The Tire is very useful too. Chalices, that's like anti-for-hire. And then 2 Rushes, 1 Floodgate, 1 Treacherous, Willpower, and 2 Onslaughts. With Holy Guard. And it works pretty well. It works very, very well. I mean, I can't say it wins every time, but then again, when you're You know, in Platinum Plus, facing nothing but meta decks, it's a crapshoot at times. But yeah, that's the deck. Ooh, why am I yawning? I blame you, Bill. But you don't necessarily, again, you don't necessarily need the Tigers. I just like the Tigers myself. They, like I said, they work for me fairly well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I gotta think though, if I wasn't running Paladin, what would I run? Why does everyone use just one willpower? I've noticed with Amazons, you don't generally have a hard time keeping stuff on the field or getting stuff to the field. That's why only one willpower. What I've had a harder time doing is getting monsters to the graveyard, actually. What did I get with my dream ticket? I've gotten nothing. All the tickets that we've gotten the last several days, I haven't cashed in any of them. But yeah, willpower, I mean, I mean, seriously, with willpower, I've gone several games in a row where I've not even had to use willpower. Willpower's like a holy crap, I'm losing sort of card, and you absolutely have to have it, you know. So, again, it's a good card. I think it should have at least one in the deck. More than one, I guess it all depends how you play the deck. It really does. Because the reason being is that, like, whenever I get Princess out, usually what I'll do is I'll dump a card and I'll bring the Queen. And once the Queen's out, it's very difficult for them to get your monsters off the field. No, I wouldn't replace it with the second Floodgate. No. The reason being is because I use Treacherous. And Treacherous is very handy. That's why I run one Floodgate and one Treacherous. But yeah, these other cards, I mean, the same thing with the Chalices. You could argue that you could use something else. The reason why I use Chalice and not something like Controller is because, well, you know, you use your twos here on the onslaughts because you're only able to use two, so you can't use Controllers. And there's no way you're getting rid of one of your onslaughts because that's a mistake. You know, the deck just doesn't, you know, if you can't get an onslaught on the field, the deck is, it's still okay, but it's not going to be meta. Walladees, I don't normally need. I just don't. Again, because it's generally very easy for me to get monsters off the field. Again, Treacherous and Floodgate, you can tailor the stuff if you want to. For me, I like these more because they're quicker than Wall. I tend to be fairly aggressive with this deck. So, yeah. I don't generally sit back and put my stuff in defense mode. I'll usually go after somebody. But again, this is just the way I play it. There are many ways to play the Amazon deck. Like I said, I tend to be very aggressive, which is why I use things like Chalice and Rush and Floodgates. But I mean, if you wanted to switch one of them out, play one PvP match with it, I'll probably lose. Right? I'm like, yeah, this is how you play it. And then I go and I lose. I mean, the deck works fairly well. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not perfect. I have lost a few times here and there, especially once you get, like I said, once you get into Platinum Plus, you will lose because you're facing a lot of other meta decks. But here, I'll go into a ranked. And let's see. But yeah, my luck, I'm going to get a brick hand and I'm going to lose here. But yeah, in most cases, I tend to be very aggressive with this deck. Occasionally, I will sit back and sort of wait. But I tend to be aggressive. Oh, if this is C Stealth Attack. What was I telling y'all, man? I'm going to go against the deck that completely counters Amazons. I sincerely hope this is not C Stealth Attack. And Trey's laughing because he knows. Yeah.
Duel.
If this is C Stealth Attack, this is going to suck for me. Because C Stealth Attack is one of those decks that it just, you know, versus Amazons, it's rough. Unless you've got something that consistently kills the backfield, it's going to be rough. Okay. So I'll put the willpower and the onslaught back there. kind of... let's throw the rush. I don't know what kind of deck this is. I really don't, because I've never seen too many people play Stray Lambs. Let's bring the tiger out. I'm going to pull the tiger. I'm going to dump my chalice. I'm going to pull the tiger. Okay, there we go. Bania, you're not going to get it, dude. I'm telling you, man. That Stardust Dragon is not going to come until, like, the last 20 packs. I kind of want to let that go. Just in case he's got something in the backfield, but we're gonna... Well, again, let's just be aggressive. Here, I'll throw the queen out there. It's gonna give him a replay, which is why I didn't really want to do it, but... Oh, he's still going for it. Okay. So I took a little damage, but I got rid of his monster. What could really hurt right now is going to be something like a, let me think, like a Drowning Mirror Force. So, since they've got 2 backfield, I'll play a little defensive, and I'll do this, just to save my princess there. Not that it matters. There we go. So again, as you can see, I've got the willpower down there, but I'm still not using it because nothing's in the graveyard. Because Queen. Queen, again, is saving my tiger. Don't have one of the other spell traps. Which one specifically do you not have? Another princess, nice. Okay, yeah, there it is. So that deck was a little easier than I thought it would be. The Stray Lambs was kind of like, huh? But yeah, again, I was pretty aggressive there. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Check his deck. Yeah, that's what I probably should do, just to see what I was up against. Because if it wasn't C Stealth Attack... I mean, but even then, C Stealth Attack would not have really helped him there anyway. I could have swore I got up to 5. Okay, maybe not. Oh. From Southeast Asia, other countries. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. Hold on, let me... Let's see. No! I'm gonna have to leave the room. Hold on. Let me copy that, because I have to leave the room just because I want to look at that other deck. But I'll be back. Let's see... Versus golf. Okay, yeah, this was not a very good deck. This was not C Stealth Attack. I mean, he had some interesting cards in here, but this is kind of eh. Suijin, Yomi... Yeah, this deck was kind of eh. You only have 1 willpower and 1 onslaught. You definitely want to go in with 2 onslaughts. You definitely want to. It's limited to 2, so all you need is 1 extra, and it's a rare, isn't it? If I remember correctly, Onslaught's just a rare, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get. I'm trying to remember what was it out of. I'm trying to remember what box it was in. I think it was out of Valiant Souls, was it? Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Valiant Souls. It's just a rare, so it shouldn't be too hard to get, hopefully. I mean, I admit there have been times where, because this is a 200-pack box. Oh, you have 2 onslaughts, but no other spell trap cards. Well, the other spell trap cards that I have, you can sub in pretty much any other things you want. You don't have to run 2 chalices. You don't have to run the 2 rushes. You just stuff that you think could help you with your playstyle until you're able to maybe get some of those other cards. So you don't necessarily need that stuff. It's just that whenever it comes to Amazon deck, the staples, I would say, the cards you absolutely have to have, 2 onslaughts, at least 1 willpower, your princesses, obviously your 3 princesses, swordswoman, and then, like I said, the queen, I don't know if I would call it a staple, but it's right up there. So if you don't have queen, it can still work, but she just helps so much. Yeah, if you don't have some of the other stuff, some back row supports should be fine. Like if you got walls are fine. Even like a wall of D is fine. Mirror wall is fine. There's some other stuff that you can use, like adhesive trap hole. It's not as good, but it can still hurt their monsters. Also, Paleozoic Canadia. That's another good one. Yeah, Canadias. Canadias are pretty good in Amazon decks too. It lets you control the field. Spike shields are okay. I'm not crazy about spike shields and Amazons because, again, as you all can see, I tend to be pretty aggressive with my Amazon deck. So spike shield wouldn't really work for me. But if you tend to be a little more defensive, then the spike shields might help. You still have the dream ticket, so you can get an ultra rare. Ooh. Yeah, that's true. You control with swordswoman and the spike shields. That's kind of playing the deck a little bit differently. Let's see, give it their defense monsters. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know, man. If you have a dream ticket, it's hard to say what you should get. Let me ask you this: do you have 3 princesses already? Because she's actually kind of hard to get. It takes time. I mean, you can get her, but it takes a little time sometimes. Because as long as you have your 3 princesses, your 2 onslaughts, and your willpower, that's a good place to start. Because then you can build up the other cards. Tigers are easy to get. Sages are fairly easy to get. If I remember, sages you can get from my. Here, let's look at my real quick. She'll give us all the cards because she gives. I know she gives swordswoman. Let's see. Yeah, she gives sages. She gives the tigers, swordswoman. She also gives the willpower. I'm not crazy about Chainmaster because of her cost, so I don't use her, obviously. I've seen some people use Fighter. That's an okay card. It's not bad. Like, if you don't run it on Taya, and you want to be very aggressive with your deck, and you don't want to have to use Holy Guard, Fighter's okay. At one point, I was running 2 Sages, but I took one out because I found that I was getting them too often. Yeah, most of the stuff you can get from Mai. It's just the Princess is going to be the harder thing to get. $5 event and then the others login bonus. It's a counter Amazon deck. Yeah. So at least these cards right here are I don't want to say they're easy to get because, let's face it, level 40 Mai is actually pretty tough because she runs Amazons. So yeah, and she has all her Amazon cards. She's even got the field spell cards, so level 40 Mai is no joke. She's actually pretty tough. So good luck with that. Or you can just run the level 30. Versus her level 30 deck, it's pretty easy, but level 40, she's kind of tough. Different fun deck. I can play with the Cyrus deck.
Here I go.
Cyrus is fun. But Cyrus is also pretty good.
You'll learn what it takes to be a pro.
Let's see, where's Cyrus?
I'll give it all I got.
Okay, let me get back into the room here. Actually, I need to re-enter my own room. You will eventually. It takes time. It really does. It takes time to get the super rares. You really do have to farm the gates sometimes. Like some characters, like for me, Jesse Anderson, he always gives me super rares. Always. So if I just need tokens, I go and I farm him. But some of the other characters, yeah, you really do have to farm them. Sometimes you got to sit there for an hour or two and just play them over and over and over again. All right, Dre. I'm there. I got my Cyrus deck. You don't have the room number. Oh, it's the same. It's the same room we were in previously. I just had to leave the room because I wanted to check that deck from that rank duel that I did. Yeah, you generally want to save the tickets we're getting from this event here. I would not spend them on cards that you can get from boxes. Unless you absolutely desperately need the card, then don't. But sometimes, I mean, I guess if that's like the one card, if you need like one card to make your deck or to consider your deck finished, then sure. But I would tend to avoid getting cards that you could get from the boxes, because I can tell you right now, if you use a dream ticket to get a card from a box, a week later, guess what you're going to pull from that box? To get Phoenix? No, 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 no. Do not get Phoenix. Don't. I've gotten Phoenix from the box twice already. So yeah, don't get Phoenix from the box. Or, I'm sorry, don't get Phoenix from the ticket. There we go. Don't use... Again, the only time that I would suggest getting a Phoenix with a ticket would be if you desperately need the Phoenix to make your deck complete. But even then, I would still kind of question it a little bit. And I know Benia's going to give me crap for this, but I used one of my tickets to get a Dark Magician of Chaos. But I did use it. I did use the Dark Magician of Chaos quite a bit. So at least I got some use out of it. Ooh, Chao Len. It's not a trap card. Same magic. Same magic, Dre. Dre, I told you. Yeah, that's the thing about level 40 Mai, is she gets that she gets her Amazon field spell card all the time. So she's, oh boy, is she tough. She can be really tough. Level 40 Mai is probably as close to a meta deck at the gate that you're gonna get. Wow. I really wish I'd drawn something else. Use your Sphere, Kuribo. I know you have it. Use it. Because you're going to lose your Chao Lan. Do I know Dre or what? Used a Dreamer ticket on a Cosmic Cyclone and then you pulled him from the box. Well, Cosmic Cyclone actually isn't bad, though. Because I see people running 2 Cosmic Cyclones. I have a Galaxy and a Cosmic, and I've run both of them in the deck. A Steven Freshy deck? Maybe he is. Yeah, I knew I was going to lose my monster anyway. And he was going to lock down the backfield. Let's see. Fire control. Actually, I have sort of a fire control deck too, but I went a little heavy on the fire. And this is very similar to the deck that I run on Bastion. In fact, yeah, this is almost the exact same thing that I run on Bastion. I only have one of the Chao Lens though. But yeah, I have something very similar on Bastion. It's a little different, though. I run it with something else. Ooh, look at that. That's a heck of a top deck. Although, if he's got a tribute monster, then I'm in trouble. Yeah, the fire control deck that I have, it's sort of similar to this, but like I said, I've only got one Chowlan, but I have multiple Sergeant Electros. And I also run some dinos in there, too. Oh. I don't... Ugh. I have an idea. Yes. I'm just gonna keep trolling him now with the submarine ride. I'm like, I'm not going down that easy, buddy. I just wanted to get the Canadian to the graveyard. I'm like, ugh. Oh, he's using the Mightiest Fire. There we go. Oh, I don't run Salamandra. That's an interesting card. I don't know about Salamandra. There are better cards. Like, instead of going with the theme there, I would break away from Salamandra and I'd use something like an Axe of Despair. If you have it. If you have, like, an Axe, go with the Axe. Because it doesn't matter what monster you equip it to, or anything like that. But Salamandra, I guess, is in keeping with the theme. But, yeah, it's kind of similar. Like, here's my Bastion one. I've used this a little bit. I haven't played it in a while, and it probably needs to be updated. But this is the thing that I was running all this time ago. I think I built this like 2-3 months ago. But yeah, I got a Grand Mark. I only had the one Chowlan, 2 Sergeant Electros, and then I run these guys. The Hera's, Master Dragon Flame Sword guy, Jirak Iguanan, Terra's. Look at that, Ryoku. Controllers, Rushes, Dust Tornado, Floodgate, and then Walls. So yeah, this doesn't lock down as much, but it still does okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Like I said, a couple months ago it was amazing. But now people have adjusted to it and it's, you know, it needs some updates. I could probably throw some updates in there too. I'm pretty sure that I've gotten more fire monsters. So I could probably do something a little different. Let's see. What other deck do I want to run here against you guys? Maybe I'll run...
Who do I get to duel today?
Maybe I'll run Jesse. Oh, what's this? Oh, the 100 gold. 100 gold. It's like somebody giving you a nickel on the street. Here you go! You're like, wow! A nickel. Can get another challenge. Yeah, I know that. I just don't know if I want to burn it on one of the super rare tickets, because there are some other super rare cards from those tickets that I could probably use a little more than a Chowlan. I like, again, don't get me wrong, I love Chowlan. I just don't know if I'd really put him to a lot of use right now. Well, I guess I'm just going to sit here at table 2 because there's nobody else. Oh, man. Oh. I'm happy about one thing, though. We got some football today, man. And I know y'all probably didn't watch this game last night. Even I didn't watch the whole game. But Memphis versus Tulane. Two kind of smaller schools. You know, they're not that big. Memphis has done really well over the last couple of seasons. But Tulane Tulane came back and beat Memphis. Or they didn't come back, they just held their own. And they won. That was an upset. I was like, wow.
Duel!
Noticed myself that there aren't many cards in those super rare tickets. What would I really use? Oh, cards that you would really use. Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, there are several cards in there that I might use, but oh my god. This is not good. This is an interesting hand. Dan's like, dude, stop drawing Galaxy on me! Yeah, I did not get a great starting hand here. Union Attack. That's a pretty good card. I mean, that's like a staple now for the Vassal deck. For farming. Gen X is kind of hit and miss. Black Brute Drago. Yeah, Gen X is one of those decks that it never really got a lot of love, and so it's kind of kind of hit and miss. Oh man, I actually don't want to throw the Pegasus down there right now. Oh, you had 4 Union attacks. Well, Union is. Oh man, that's not good. Union you can get from Little Yugi, I think, right? Now he's gonna destroy a monster. Yeah, I got a pretty crap hand to start here, so look at this. You can't start with those two in your hand to start and then expect to win. It's just not gonna happen. No! It's a terrible hand. Look at this, man. I started with those two. I started with 2 level 8s. Like I said, it's hard to go first and start with 2 level 8s. It's just you can't win with that hand. Okay, I don't know who Master Kaiser is, but apparently I'm facing them. Good game. More like a brick game, dude. My hand was terrible. I had just the... I mean, with a hand like that, like I was saying a little bit ago, you're just not going to win. Yeah, you can't start with a hand like mine and still expect to win. Yeah, it was a mean brick. I started with 2 level 8s. I was like, crap.
Duel!
You don't necessarily need a Sage. I like the Sage because it does give you a little back row support as far as being able to destroy their back row. I wouldn't say it's a staple, though. Tigers, again, Tiger's not a staple, but I just like using them. Like when I first built my Amazon deck months and months ago, or when I tried to build it months and months ago, I started with the regular Tiger, and so I just got used to having it. I like having the Tiger because when it's on, well, because one, it gets pumped up by other Amazons, and two, when it's on the field, it will save your other cards, like your Princess, because they have to attack the Tiger. So again, you don't necessarily need the Tiger. For just how I play the deck, I find it useful. So if you and they're not hard to get. If I remember correctly, Tigers are only rares, so they're fairly easy to get. Well, no, wait, that's right. Hold on, Tigers are super rares, and they're from Mai. I'm sorry, we just looked at that too. But yeah, you don't necessarily need the Tigers, but they help. I think they help. There are other cards that you can use in there. Like I said, there's the Fighter. What is that one other Amazon card I can't think of? Yeah, there's a handful of different Amazon monsters that you can use. What is that? Junk Blader. Why do they have to attack the tiger? It's part of its ability. When tiger's on the field, they can only target the tiger for an attack. So that's why it kind of protects your princess and some of your other cards. Yeah, because a tiger, I wouldn't mind dumping a tiger to the graveyard. Whereas some of the other cards, you kind of want to keep them on the field. Yeah, that's the only downside, is you can only control one tiger at a time. But in most cases, like if you happen to start with 2 tigers or something like that, and you have princess out there, when the princess effect comes out, you can dump one of the tigers to the graveyard. So at least it's decent fodder. Julia, I would not get the tiger from a ticket. Don't. Because, again, you can just farm it off of my. And like I said, I know her level 40 is difficult, but her level 20 and level 30, which they can sometimes give super rares too, they're not nearly as hard. Well, not all of them, not necessarily. Like Princess. Princess you can get with one of the tickets now, but you can't get her off of my. So she's not necessarily farmable, so to speak. But I guess if you just go into ranked and you just keep trying to get your wins and you call that a farm, I guess you could call that a farm. When do the ranks reset? I think they do it every month. So probably beginning in October. How can you banish the monsters? Amazoness Onslaught. That's part of what Onslaught does. Onslaught is, I hate to say it, but Onslaught's kind of the linchpin of that deck. If you lose your Onslaught, it gets pretty difficult to really control the field. They reset tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 29th. Or, yeah, is it the 29th? Or no, it's today the 29th. No, today's the 29th. Okay, so tomorrow's the 30th. What up, Moo? You can do that. The thing is that's Jonas. That's why I run Tea's Holy Guard, because with Holy Guard, when you attack, you don't take battle damage. So you can ram into a stronger monster, and you're not going to take any damage from that, as long as it's your turn. Yeah, on their turn you can take battle damage, but on your turn, no. But that's another benefit of having the Queen, because when you have Queen on the field, Queen's ability is that your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So if you do ram into, if it's your turn, if you got Queen on the field, you got Princess on the field, if you're trying to get rid of one of their monsters, just like ram, you can ram Queen or you can ram Princess into it. You won't take damage, but the ability from Onslaught will still trigger. Holy Guard's not hard to get. The hardest of all the cards, I would say the one that's probably the most time consuming to get is probably going to be Queen. Holy Guard is easy to get though, but Queen is time consuming because you get Queen at my level 45. So yeah, you really have to work to get that Queen. But if you were thinking about pushing my, right now is the time to do it because it's the bonus to experience events going. Yeah, Holy Guard's easy. The Queen is going to be the most time consuming. But like I said, if you're going to try for Queen, try right now. Level 36? Nice. Keep pushing it, man. If you can get as much experience as you possibly can while the event's going, it makes it much easier. Okay, I guess Rayanne isn't there. Okay, let me see. Legendary Boy, I have not faced you, so I'll go face you. Yeah, Queen is 45. So you gotta go all the way up. Yeah, just keep pushing. Well, I gotta tell you right now, from 40 to 45, dude, it takes so long, man. Even with the bonus event, it still takes a long time. It takes, it's just such a pain in the butt. But I gotta tell you, man, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Some people don't play with Queen, and that's their decision, but to me, Queen is very, very much a part of that deck. She just makes it so much easier. Having fun with Crow. Crow's got some interesting cards. I'll tell you that. He's got some very interesting cards. Oh, I don't remember, but I just remember it taking a long time. Well, this wasn't the best hand, but it was a pretty good hand tray. It could have been a little bit better, but it was pretty good. In fact, I would have probably liked to have gotten this only one time instead of two. I mean, it thins the deck a lot, but I think I would have much rather started with one of these and maybe like a defensive trap just in case. Well, right now, they're not going to be too difficult. Synchro decks, like I said, it's just a staple. It's just an add-on at this point. They may have another Aroma Garden. But yeah, synchros are not... They're not a win condition yet. They help, but they're not a win condition. Not by any means. Yeah, I still haven't unlocked Leo. I only need one more card to unlock Leo. But, and then, of course, you have to... What is it? You have to win 100 times with Leo to unlock his sister? Yeah, I'm sorry. Versus Arrow Mage, Silent Magician is deadly. Because Arrow Mage does depend quite a bit on the field spell card. And right now I have 2 magic negations on the field. So yeah, this is not going to be easy for them. Yeah, there's not a lot of synchro stuff. I mean, there are some synchro monsters, but they're not that good. They're just not. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, versus... Again, Arrow Mage versus the deck that I'm running right now is not going to do well. Oh, there we go. There's our defensive draw. Yeah, because I can just negate all these magic cards. Well, most of them. Let me use, dude. I mean, how often do you get that sort of advantage? Two silent magicians on the field, man. I've used that in ranks, and people have just quit the duel when they see that. They're like, "Screw this." So yeah, that was a pretty good starting hand. Silent Magician, yeah, they pretty much anything that relies heavily on magic cards. Silent Magician. If you're able to get Silent Magician out first turn, which is quite possible, then yeah, that's gonna have a hard time. It doesn't negate everything, Dan. It doesn't negate everything, because if you only got one Silent Magician, remember you only get one negation per turn. So because sometimes like when I face Silent Magician, I'll use bait cards. What I'll do is I'll play a magic card that I don't necessarily need. I'll get them to burn their negation, and then I'll play the card that I really want to play. And so they can't negate the second one. So it doesn't negate everything, but it definitely makes it harder. Yeah, you got to be smart with what you negate. All right, Opie. Opie's like, I don't want to face Silent Magician. Most people don't, man. I can play you with Arrow Mage. Tell you, man, Arrow Mage is coming back. It's getting a push. Pay to win tilt. Okay, you can get Silent Magician for free now with one of the tokens or one of the tickets. She's available. It's only one copy of her, but it's still something. Yeah, I don't have Dan's fiance in my deck, but she's a handy card. Yeah, within a week, people are still kind of figuring it out.
Duel!
I can tell you right. Oh gosh, this is an interesting starting hand. Sure. Let's thin the deck a little bit. But yeah, within a week, people are still testing. You know, people are still messing around. I really do think it's going to take another wave of synchro monsters to come out for it to really sort of solidify itself. Ooh. Here's a card you don't see very often. Electromagnetic Bagworm. Target one machine-type monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end phase of the card destroy battle. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a card you do not see very much. I remember when this was in the TCG, I was like, what in the world is this thing? But it's a whole bunch of motherboards, in case you can't tell. It's a bunch of motherboards. Or main boards, as some might say, because you can tell, because there's the VGA output, there's the PS2 output, there's a serial output. Bit of a struggle here. Yeah, I'm not getting nearly as good a hand as I was in the last game. This one I'm struggling a little bit. I'm able to survive, obviously, but I'm not able to really pull anything off at this point. Is it reset time? It sure is. Oh, that's right, and we also get another ticket today. I think today is the last day of the well, if you've gotten a ticket every day up until this point, then yeah, it's the last day for a ticket. But the tickets technically are available until the end of the year. Sorry, gotta dump that guy down there. That's a little better. Let's see, and he's an 800 defender, isn't he? Yeah, he's 800. Okay. With Fairy Dragon? Maybe. I've actually struggled with that deck. Of course, my deck isn't very good. My Fairy deck, I mean. I've struggled with it, but I've seen Trax play it pretty well. Trax is way better at playing that deck than I am. Good duel, sir, or ma'am, whichever you are. It is reset. Oh, it was OP. I forgot I was facing OP. But yes, the fairies, they can be good, but I think the one thing I don't like about fairies is sometimes it takes a couple of turns before you can really set it up. Should you get a prismatic Blue Eyes Shining Oh, I would say... Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think I would burn it on that. Okay, apparently it's not going to reset for me, so... Let me close my app and reopen it here. Oops, somebody's messaging me. What's this? Starling. Starling? Starling messaged me right in the middle of the show. I'm like, you know, Starling, come on, man. I'm on the air, so to speak. Sort of. Okay, let me go back and open the game now. Let me at least message him back so he'll know that I saw it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
You got your third princess? Hey, if it completes your deck, go for it. That's what I say. I still have all my tickets. So I still have all that stuff I could get. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of them. So 3 super rare, 3 ultra rare. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what I need at this point. I don't think I really need anything. I do have a lot of tickets, though. Let me see. This one's till October 31, so I need to use that fairly soon. These other ones are good at least until next year, though. So I'm not, you know, I don't desperately have to use them. Let's see. Yeah, princess is nice. If I didn't have 3 princesses, I'd probably get it, just because the prismatic looks nice. Out of all of these, I don't really. Well, what's this? Armored Axon Kicker. Oh, I get Axe Raider. Hey, Sukasa, what's up? Yeah, most of the this ticket's kind of. Oh, well, I could get a Wing Sage because that stupid event only gave me one. I don't know. Maybe Wing Sage Falco simply because it's only an event card. I don't have Samorg. What's this? Oh, Pyrex. Overdone Burial. Oh, okay, now I'm remembering these cards more. Dinotherium. I don't have one of those. What event did Dinotherium come from? I don't even know. I don't remember seeing him in an event. It was probably before I started playing. Fiend Engine Omega. Expressroid. I really don't know what to get with this. Yeah, there's really... I don't really need any of these. I'll just hold it for now. Yeah, the WXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon. Oh, Dinah's from Ranked? Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then it might be worth getting one. I don't have any. Although I can't think of a deck that I'd use them in right now. You can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Dinotherium once per turn this way. When summon this way, your opponent can target one level 4 monster in either player's graveyard. They can special summon that target to their side of the field. I have seen it used a few times, though. But let me see. What else was there? Super rare. This was super rare prismatic, I believe. Yeah, it is. This is the card I thought I might get another one of. I really like that card. But see, that's the thing. Because it's either get one more Aurora Wing, which I know I will use, or the Chao Len. That's why it's hard, man. I don't know. I mean, I could use either one of those. Because again, Aurora Wing I could immediately throw into a deck, but the same thing with Xiaolan. I could throw him in a deck too. It's tough. And I'm looking at some of these other cards. Some of them are pretty good. Like this Gravity Blaster. That thing is a real pain in the butt when you have to face it. A Toon Magician Girl? No. No. Gravity Blaster is an interesting card. Equip only to a machine-type monster. Once per turn, you can activate this effect. It permanently gains 400 attack. This attack gain remains even if this card leaves the field or a monster becomes unaffected by card effects. If it battles an opponent's monster, that monster's effect is negated during the battle phase only. That's why I'm kind of big on Gravity Blaster. It's a pretty good card, and you can keep... Every turn, you can pump your monster up. Every single turn. It's +4, +8, +12. It just keeps going. It's an interesting card. Intrigue Shield. I got a second copy of Intrigue Shield from the last event that was here. I still don't have a Jurassic World. Onikuji. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to make a decision on some of these. Again, look, Solemn Scolding. Another one of those cards that I know I could throw in a deck. Already got 2 Tripper Mercuries. Zeratius is another card. I could really use a third one. Again, for the fairy deck. 2, it works okay with 2, but with 3... Legacy of Yatagarasu. Legacy's okay. Well, in this, it's only, you know... It's very rare that I face spirit monsters. So it's basically a Jar of Greed, is what it's going to be. I actually don't even use Tripper. I have not used Tripper a single time. Again, I'm wanting to stick with cards that I know I could immediately use, which, like I said, is Aurora Wing and Xiaolan. Those 2 I know I could immediately use. The other ones, they may just sit in the collection forever. This one I might use. Well, this one I would certainly use, but I'm not very good with fairies for some reason. I just don't run them very well. But yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is my ranked ticket. Yeah, this one wasn't very good. Let's see. Anything from ranked? A chief. Oh, Kidmodo Dragon. That would be a good one because for some reason, Mokuba does not like to give me this card. It just doesn't. We could go with Aki's mother. Now we see where she got her amazing tracts of land. Oh, but look, Solemn Scolding's over here too. Ugh. Well, you have to think though, if I can get Solemn Scolding from this ticket, I might just do it because, yeah, there's really nothing else in this ticket besides Kidmodo. And in Kidmodo, I could farm. So yeah, I'm thinking Solemn Scolding with this ticket. Yeah. Because, I mean, a vast majority of these cards I don't really care for. This card would be okay, but the only reason why I'm not big on this card right now is because I don't have any Jurassic Worlds. If I had, like, 2 Jurassic Worlds, then I'd probably get that card. But like I said, again, I like to sit on these cards for a while. Or sit on the tickets, I should say. But as of right now, with this one, it's probably going to be Solemn Scolding, because I only have 1 Scolding. Scolding, well, yeah, again, Kidmodo, if I really wanted to, I could push it and go farm it. So I'd probably get Solemn Scolding here. Alright, let's see. It's almost 2 hours. Let's go ahead and get in at least one more duel. Alright, Tsukasa was saying that they wanted to duel. Where are you, buddy? I don't think I shared the room number with you, but there it is. We'll get at least one more, and that's not me. That's an impersonator. I don't know. I'm still on the fence because I really like that Aurora Wing. I really do. That Aurora Wing. It's one of the like it was one of those cards that came out a while back. It was like a card flipper campaign card or something like that. I forget exactly how we got it, but I remember getting it and thinking, "Huh, I wonder if I would ever use it." So I went ahead and I got it anyway. And now that I'm using it, it's a great card. It really is. I really like using that card because it keeps coming back. Now it only does it once a turn, but it still gives you something on the field. All right, Tsukasa. And oh, I don't even know if Tsukasa knows that we're running theme decks, or not theme decks, but we don't run metas and we don't run tier ones. Usually the weekends are just for like fun type decks. So if you come in here with a fur hire, I'm just gonna quit the duel. How much you want to bet they bring in a meta deck? I'm betting 5 crumpets.
Duel!
It's not pay to win anymore. You can get Silent Magicians from tickets. Bet you didn't know that, huh, buddy? Yeah, I sense vampires. I don't think so. Well, I guess it really depends who you ask. Because some people are like, no, Silent Magician's not meta, and then other people are like, yeah, it is meta. Well, you know, in ranked duels, I have never run into a Silent Magician deck. I simply haven't. It's a drowning. Yep. Doesn't matter. It's still one. But I don't run spellbooks. I do not run spellbooks. Oh, it's a masked hero deck, sort of. I was also in Platinum Blescobar, and I didn't see them there either. Yeah, it's not top tier, but yeah, this is masked heroes. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, we don't run masked heroes here, buddy. Sorry, we just don't. I don't know who this is either. Dude, I don't even have a father. Seriously, I don't. I don't know who this is. And why are you laughing at me if it's sad, dude? That's mean, man. Yeah, Tsukasa, we don't run masked heroes on the weekends, dude. Sorry, we just don't. We don't run Amazons, we don't run fur hires, we don't run masked heroes, we don't run vampires, we don't run that stuff. It's me. Who are you? Well, apparently you're not there. Well, hold on. Since it reset here on us anyway, and people are complaining, oh, you're running it. Fine, I'll play something else.
What do I get to duel today?
I'll play. Here we go. We'll play this guy.
You can count on me and my vehicroids.
To get wrecked by Amazons. Hey! Dang it, Ryan. Well, apparently I'm not facing anybody now. Well, there goes that. I was going to face Moo, but Moo's playing this other person now, so... I guess that'll do it for the stream, guys. Yep. Good job, man. Good job, buddy. You gotta go. Where are you going? You don't have nowhere to go. You gotta stay here. Forever. Okay, maybe not forever. That's kind of weird. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it for the stream, guys. Again, we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow. Ugh. What do you mean you didn't get a duel? You came in late. Besides, you still got tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we're doing the same thing, 11:30 Central Time, AM, in the Americas. And if you don't make it on time, well, I'm sorry. But, yeah, we're going to do the same thing tomorrow. And then Mondays, again, as I mentioned before many times, but just in case anybody is relatively new and doesn't know, Mondays is when we run our meta decks. Meta Monday, tomorrow's Synchro Sunday. Well, I actually put Synchro, fun Synchro decks Saturday in the title today. But yeah, Mondays is when we run all of our meta decks. So bring all your metas. Well, you don't have to run a meta deck, but you're able to if you do on Mondays. But Sunday, again, fun decks. We'll see what we can do. Because here's the deal. This is another thing that I'm having a problem with. Y'all are saying that Silent Magician is meta, yet you didn't say the same thing about Arrow Mage. And I'm telling you, man, in this past week, if there is a deck that I have seen come up in ranked, it's Arrow Mage. I seriously think that it's making a push back into meta. If you don't think it's already into the meta now, it's going to be. I really think that. Because again, it's one of those decks where you can just staple on. No, you can still get synchros for Arrow Mage. Yeah, if you play Aki. Yeah, that's basically how it works. With Aki, yeah, you just staple her ability onto it.
All the way.
And that's basically what I did, is just staple on her ability, and it adds in the synchro stuff that you need. I mean, it's only one synchro monster. It's a good synchro monster, but it's, it's still something. But like I said, it's only, we don't have a lot of synchro stuff right now. But like I said, I still think it's a good deck. And if you want to staple synchros onto it, you can. Yeah, I know they have their own specialized synchro, but they're not in the game yet. So you work with what you got, buddy. You work with what you got. Anyway, yeah, we're going to call it for the day. I'm going to go watch some football. And you guys hang around here, I guess, and play around in the room. And don't throw cards at anybody. And make sure y'all keep an eye on Benia, because he's kind of weird. He's kind of one of them touchy-feely guys, Like with some people, it's okay to be touchy-feely, but with Benia, it's a little weird, a little creepy. So yeah, keep an eye on him, please. Make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. And if he does, then, just hit him over the head with a shovel. He'll be okay. Yeah, there you go. Call Chris Hansen. Make sure to keep an eye on Benia. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. I am going to go and... Oh, now Steve shows up. Steve's 2 hours late, man. Steve's like, hey, what's going on, guys? And I'm about to end the stream. You missed the whole stream, man. But we'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Again, fun decks. We'll figure out what we're gonna call meta at this point, because I didn't know Steve watched. Steve drops by every now and then. He's Steve's busy doing dueling stuff, so he stops by every now and then. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Be safe, and don't trust Benia.